During a special Guam Education Board meeting Thursday, GEB Chair Mark Mendiola suggested establishing a subcommittee for the search of a new GDOE superintendent. This discussion comes after Jon Fernandez handed in his resignation letter from his role as GDOE superintendent, which will go into effect July 15. As we reported, Fernandez filed his termination of employment letter early May to focus on family matters after leading the island's largest school system for nearly a decade. Mendiola discussed the appointment of a special committee to look for Fernandez's replacement.
So what I'm hoping to do here today is appoint a 7-member panel to do this processing. I'm not taking away the role and responsibility of the board to make the decision. What I'm having them do is basically screen and ensure that the criteria is set forth by law. In addition to that, whatever other criteria that the board may set with respect to the job announcement. Once that is completed, then it will be forward for the board for its interview, the second phase, which would be kind of like an interview, and to basically have a discussion with the candidates, and then of course moving forward the negotiations for the contract.
The special committee will develop the timeline and preferred qualifications for the next head of the island's largest Guam agency. Fellow GEB members raised concerns about the proposal.
Once this committee members are selected, for them to sign confidentiality, because before superintendent even typed his official letter to the board, the news was already out in the public. And I'm very disappointed.
Personally, don't think it should be two separate committees. I think we can do it as a body, as a whole, and do the screening. Because if separating it, it doesn't give everybody a flavor of the process it took to choose that superintendent.
Mendiola responded to their questions and suggestions by sharing the goals and objectives of the committee.
What I'm trying to do is get them to do the groundwork in terms of ensuring that the job announcement goes out, the timeline is set, all that stuff, the mechanics. So when it comes to the board and we need to render a decision, the decision will be made based on what's before us.
Mendiola eventually made the motion to stand the subcommittee, which passed.
I'm going to charge them to follow the law, come up with any qualifications that they deem is important at this time, so that we can get a well-rounded candidate.
The special body is expected to meet as early as next week. According to Mendiola, the new superintendent will not be in before Fernandez's departure, which is mid-July.